And you're on the Punchline with Kelly Pavlik and James Dominguez.
Welcome back. Been a good week, right?
Absolutely.
We have a big week this week going on. We're going to be in Dallas for Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence. We got our media credentials, which was a 93%. So that's always a good thing.
Hell yeah.
I saw the complaining going on last night. Some of the media things are like, didn't get my fucking credential. Dude, we've been there, man. We've been there many times where we didn't get it ourselves.
Not many times, only one time.
That's many. That was a big fight, though, wasn't it? We didn't get one for, right? But
you're gonna have to get me on the YouTube, homie.
Yeah, and well, there was some fights yesterday. We got to see Ugas and Porter. Bivol and Smith.
Yes. And the other fights, as soon as you got
McCallum and
Dude,
Callum Jones and
how about the news, man?
Yeah, Caleb's mother was shot and killed by police.
Man, I feel bad for that dude.
Yeah, man, he's had a rough couple years, But I thought prayers go out to him and his family.
Out to him and his family.
Caleb's a good dude. I don't know too much of what's going on with the situation. I just know that she was taken by ambulance. I guess from what the news report said is she pulled a knife and a deputy had shot her. But
either way, I say for him.
Yeah, for him.
For him. But talk about ups and downs.
Man, but I mean, if anybody, this guy's came through for so many times on different things and made it,
Well, yeah, there was, a handful of other fights last night that was going on. Already got a question, did Porter win? Yes, and we're going to tap into that.
Well, don't say that. Sergio's going to have a heart attack and start cussing the world out because he thinks Ugas won 120, 108.
Hey, listen, well, no. But it was one of them fights where it could have gone either way.
I had that too. I said that. But I had it 115, 113 for Porter. And I'll tell you why. Ugas did not do enough to beat the champion. And I'm going to say that. He in those swing rounds, he didn't do a lot of things. He didn't do anything. And missing punches are better than throwing no punches.
Yeah. See, I call that bullshit too, though, when people say that he didn't do enough to beat the champion. I know you're just saying because that's the way it goes in boxing, but I think that is bullshit. I think if you're a challenger and you worked your ass off and you win the fight, you deserve to win. If you're a champion, you shouldn't let the fight happen like that then, right? I mean, I'm just being dead honest. If it's unfair to the fucking guy working his ass off for that title shot and he wins it, but you didn't win by 3 rounds. Fuck that. You won the fight.
Sergio, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sergio saying it was a knockdown in the 12th. Kelly?
No, it was not a knockdown. It was clearly a fucking slip, and they had the water poured into the corner, and they showed that.
It wasn't a knockdown. You know what? If it was any other ref, I'd say, hey, you know what? Could be. But Jack Reese, he don't get that shit wrong, man.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I know a lot of people were to say, because even on the show that I'm a big Porter fan, and
I'm not.
Well, yeah, and I am, though, because,
I know.
I go back, I grew up with him pretty much.
But I keep it real with Porter,
Yeah. But it was a fight. Actually, the fight was for Ugas to win. He could have won that fight, and the only person he could blame on that is himself.
He was not active enough in the middle rounds.
Yeah. Now, if you gave it to him, again, I'm not going to say that it was robbery or that you're messed up and you don't know boxing.
I'm going to say they don't know fucking shit.
Well, I can see where somebody may have had Ugas winning that fight.
Yeah.
But I don't think he did enough to win that fight. I had it 115, 114. James gave me a hard time saying nobody scores a fight 10-10.
They do.
I call bullshit because even a fight night, they score at 10-10. I've seen it.
You just don't see refs do it no more. Yeah. You don't see judges do it no more.
They do it at fight night, so it's still
fuck
real.
It.
And
my thing is this. 15-13, Porter, 15-13, Ugas, a draw I wouldn't have no problem with. But scores of 117, 111, 118, 110 are fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
You went into that fight with your scorecard filled out weeks ago.
Yep. And that's somebody like Sergio. So that's my take on the fight.
I agree, Damon.
Whoever you had by a couple rounds, I went in the fight. I'm not going to get mad, but I had Porter winning.
I had him 15-13. We didn't even talk prior to the fight or after, did we?
Huh?
We didn't even compare scores after the fight.
No, we didn't. That's like one of the few fights we didn't. Like Steve Z says, Ugas won by 2 rounds. Mancini was an awful as a pundit.
He always is.
Pundit. Augsburg, Porter's a raw guy. He just needs to be himself. Real guy. Hold on. And then Sean is a class act, but I thought Ugas won. And James, you're not wrong for that, dude. If you thought that, that's a close fight.
Yeah, it's just the crazy scores. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, wow, how do you get 117, 111, 118, 110, 120, or 108? How do you get that?
Yeah, I don't know. That's like you said. That's a biased.
Oh yeah.
Judging. That's a biased scorecard right there. You got a question? I don't know much about this one, but James or Mr. Furley goes, how about the tension between Lennox and Joe Goosen?
I don't know. I don't know the history on that. I've never heard I've been around Joe Goosen a lot of years. I've never heard Joe Goosen say anything negative about Lennox Lewis. I've never met Lennox in person.
I never really heard Goosen really say, you may have.
No, I've never heard Joe say negative about anybody.
Yeah.
If it is, it's something that just happened recently. I don't know anything about it. It says, Donovan said, did you guys see a disgraceful performance by the referee in the Callum Johnson-Shawnee Monahan fight? How do you let that fight continue point where it finally has to get stopped? I saw it, and I think they just try to give Shawnee the being the hometown guy every opportunity, but you know.
That's how people do get hurt. At first, I was kind of like, how the hell do you even let this fight happen?
They said the real winner this weekend was Justin's wife for meeting Jason Momoa. Was that the first time you met him?
What's that?
Was that the first time you met Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
We saw him at the Tumbleweed in Calabasas. Me and Roger did one time.
You got to meet him for free. I had to pay out the yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
We even had a booze with him.
Oh, right. Now, great. He's very nice. And it's not on him. The people that run that those Comic-Con things and that shit, man, you pay all this money and it's in and out. I mean, as fast as you can, whatever.
That dude is a monster. He's fucking huge, dude.
He makes my younger brother look small. Super nice though. He was
I'm sorry.
Nice. Smiled at the baby and everything, and my wife big hug.
Yeah, he's a big
Made her happy.
Some of that too, because you're right now. Hey, I want to bring some up. Matter of fact, real quick. And it's more so for the other person, but I just did a nice interview with Doug Fisher, who writes for Ring Magazine, and that's going to be coming out before or end of next week. He said actually wrapping it up for Ring Magazine. It's an exclusive interview of my take on the Canelo fight with Danny Jacobs also. Yeah. Guys, so if you want the fans, if you want to check it out, we bring up the Punchline in it and everything else too. So buy the Ring Magazine.
You talked about the Punchline?
Absolutely.
What'd you tell him?
I said that I probably got the greatest co-host of all time.
Shit, yeah. Yes.
And then I coughed a couple
And then you said, bullshit.
But so guys, check out, get yourself a Ring Magazine.
You got a spread on there? Or is it just a...
Yeah, spread, a bikini spread.
That's fucking awesome.
Mantees.
Mantees?
I'm wearing mantees.
Also...
The other guy I got to meet that I got to spend 10 minutes with, that was really awesome. I wasn't allowed to take any photos out there. But it was Sean Austin.
Oh, yeah.
Again, super nice.
Sean Astin, right? Rudy, Lord of the Rings.
Rudy, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
He gave me an autograph for my dad's birthday present. He autographed this Rudy photo.
That's fucking awesome, dude. That's fucking awesome.
That dude, he was nice. He talked with my younger sons.
He's always around this area.
He does a lot. He did a lot. They're doing the remake of Deer Hunter. So, yeah, I heard they were doing one around this area. They're going to start filming not this area, like Pittsburgh, around that area. Darren says, Bivol continues to look great. Very technically sound, but unfortunately he's going to have a hard time getting big fights at the zone. Most light heavyweight at top rank. Well, we were going to get into that. Onto this Bivol thing. I think what's going on with Bivol is he's going to 68, man. We said this, the Punchline said this last year and nobody listens. We told everybody that he's going to 68. They didn't, he's going to, okay, he's not. He said last night he's going back to 68. Or he's going to 68. So when we tell you guys something, he's fucking going to 68.
I think that it's the better move for him also. He is a really small light heavyweight. Do I think he's still the best light heavyweight? Yeah, but eventually it's going to catch up with him. He's like he said in the thing, that he eats before the morning of the weigh-in. He's a smaller guy.
And post fight, he's 173 still.
Yeah, so I think that I still think there's bigger fights and more money at 168, and possibly a future matchup with him and Canelo at 168. So I think it's a better move for him, honestly, at 168 too.
Bivol says he don't see a killer instinct, or Felix says Bivol don't have a killer instinct. I don't know about that.
He don't need it. What does he need it for?
He's smart.
Yeah, I mean, and he showed last night that he could have it against a big light heavyweight,
200-pound dude at that point of the
exactly.
night.
But he said at the end of the fight, when everybody goes that he gets shit for not trying to finish fights and knock people out. Why does he have to? That's like saying that a college football team that passes 500 times a game and are ranked number 1 in the country, but they're not good because they don't run enough.
Yeah. How you doing, Ashley? Yeah, it's the truth. They don't run. But the thing is this: the guy, what was he threw 39 punches. He landed 39 punches last night. Smith did. That's a shutout. In 12 rounds, you land 39 punches. You've been shut out.
Yep. Swarm, I'm going to try to get to you guys. Fluid Fry Arts. What did you think of the Otha Jones 3 performance? Took the hardest third fight I ever saw from a young prospect, but I guess he is a 20-time national champ.
Who said that?
Fluidify Arts.
I don't know anything about him being 20-time national champ. I thought the record was 14. What the fuck do I know?
Fernando Vergara says, "Are you guys?" Yes, we're going to be in Dallas. We will be there.
Yeah, we're doing a show there.
Yeah,
right?
We'll actually be doing a show there. Waiting on the place right now from Amy, our PR woman, but we're going to be doing a pre-show live from Dallas.
So if you guys want to come out and meet the champ, come out to Dallas and meet Kelly. He'll be out there.
Dan Martinez says James is right. Bivol is small, but damn, he can box. Absolutely.
Did Amy walk up that Troy's place?
I don't know.
We don't know yet. She has not got back because we actually got another guy too that's helping with her on that.
She said working on it now.
Thanks, Fatty. I appreciate it. I'm trying to get on doing some commentating.
Yeah, and there'll be some opportunities to meet Kelly out there. We're staying at the Sheraton by the AT&T Stadium. So
we're gonna sneak in his room.
We're gonna sneak in Justin's room.
Nobody's sneaking in my room.
Yes, we are.
My personal space, bitches.
We're in the same hotel.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's a nice walk. I mean, right next to
it's by the stadium. But yeah, I don't know. I think Bivol's the best light heavyweight, but I think he'll be an animal at 168. I think he'll hurt people that weight. He's small for light heavyweight, but he's perfect for 68 and big. The only person I think can give him any issues is David Benavidez.
Yes, because he's a big light heavyweight. Dan Martinez, Kelly James, Sergio Morris said last night, if Bivol keeps boxing as good, he's not going to get any fights. Agree or disagree? Somebody else was getting ready to ask that question too, Damon, and I want to go back so I don't piss them off. I'm trying. It was in here.
What would you think about Canelo and Bivol at 168?
Bivol. I just think that Canelo would be
outgunned.
Outgunned, yeah. But yeah, I don't know, Damon. That's a good question. What do you think? I mean, it's going to be harder because he's I don't know his draw yet, though. We don't know what he's really bringing as far as number wise. And what
we don't know what kind of
what he could generate.
Yeah,
and, so I mean, as of right now, if he's not, and promoters would know that, and probably some of the guys in the media that are USA Today, Dan Raphael's,
some guys,
they might know. I would be. I mean, if the low reward, high risk. Yeah, sometimes you're not going to get that fight then with a guy like that.
Yeah. Paulie Malignaggi is going bare knuckle, Kyle.
I just seen something with Roy Jones doing that too, I think, or dirty matchup or something like that.
Good luck to it, right?
Yeah, one of the guys in here. Hey guys, listen, if I don't get to all the questions, we're trying to also talk too, so it's not because we're trying to ignore your questions. It's just that we're trying to discuss.
Yeah. Foreman's daughter committed suicide too. You heard about that? Frida Foreman died. They found Frida Foreman dead yesterday or day before.
Wow.
Remember she fought? Remember?
Yeah.
I guess they say she committed suicide. I don't. It's terrible. I mean, we've had a lot of losses lately.
Yeah, it is.
Sergio Porter was exposed. Yeah, they always expose those 3-time world champions, don't they?
Who said that?
So who do you think, Sergio? He's Cuban, and you know what? I'm gonna say it right now. Sergio, there's nothing wrong with Ugas, but I'll tell you what his problem is. He's fucking Cuban, and all Cubans fucking fight the same way. They only do enough to win. That's all they do. Every fucking Cuban out there, they do enough to win. No, you know what? It's been proven.
There goes our writer.
That's fine. But am I saying anything that's wrong? Cubans are not trained in that style to have a backup plan. They never do.
They don't.
If they're not kicking your ass, they get lazy and let shit just happen. And Ortiz is no different. Ortiz did the same thing against Wilder.
They really have a hard time responding to gut checks.
Yes, they do.
You know, like when you push them and shit gets real. I have noticed that.
Dude, I fought them in the amateurs. I know. Either they fucking beat your ass or they don't respond.
See what I'm saying?
What?
Oh yeah, there's Roy Jones there.
Yeah, his boxing Vitor Belfort. Yeah.
I'm seeing Sergio. I think he's gonna get ready to fight you, dude.
Do what his body can.
Sergio's gonna fight you straight up.
He can do what his body can afford.
All you gotta do is hit him with one good shot though, and he'll back up.
He's Cuban.
You're gonna get it, Kelly Pavick. After watching Joe Smith last night, how would you handle Joe Smith if you came back? Would you knock him out or keep him standing and torture him? I would torture him because of his mouth.
It says, Sergio said, when you trained with the Cubans, it was like that. When the Cubans train, they're great. They're front runners, and for the most part, I've never seen anything that makes me convinced. Oh, I'm not saying they're not great fighters. They're the best amateur fighters in the world. I said amateur fighters. They get here, and when it gets dirty and things change, they can't adjust. See, the Russians had the same problem. East Germans had the same problem in the 80s. But what they did was they brought in other coaches from other parts of the world that trained them different. The Cubans have never adopted that.
Hi, Lori. I just wanted to say hi to you. No, I agree with you. And it's not even the fact that you have to know because you've seen it. It's just the fact of watch the fights, too.
Watch the fights.
You know what I mean?
Casamayor was beating everybody's ass until what?
Until somebody got in his ass. Or hit him with something good, or the shit got, tough guy.
Whitaker just knocked him out. Whitaker knocked nobody out. As the Ugas didn't fight with much passion, which Cubans seem to have everywhere but in the ring. And it's the truth. I'm not shitting on the Cuban people. I love Cubans, but I'm just saying, the way they fight is either they get you or you get them.
Reen thought that. Reen Alvarez thought that Ugas edged it, and there's nothing wrong with that. With your pick on that?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
It was a close enough fight.
If you say 15-13, 16-12, hey, whatever. But when you start getting those crazy numbers.
Yeah, that's a shutout. Augustusburg, Malinaji could do all right, actually. If you actually watch bare knuckle fights, they're pretty strategic. He could be pound for pound of BKB. Yeah. Here's my question, though. And I'm not taking nothing away from Paulie's fighting or how good he is. But, I mean, he couldn't, with pillows on his hand, he couldn't keep his hands healthy. How the fuck is he going to last in bare knuckle fighting? I mean, he's notorious for having hand injuries.
Yes. Rocco Campana says, hey, Kelly, I hear you're making a comeback.
We're thinking about it. Rocco Campana.
We got a meeting about it. Mm-hmm. You got a meeting about it.
Maybe you set it up.
I didn't set it up.
Who set it up?
Rick.
No, Chris Hardy just came in and it must have been the delay that he was talking about the same thing.
Ricky. The big Funes of Goose and Tudor set it up. I didn't set it up. I'm not.
Throw some numbers out there.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have that kind of juice to set a meeting like that up.
Funes.
I don't have that kind of juice to get a meeting like that set up.
Fatty goes, would you do BKB, Kelly?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, I would.
That kind of money with those little ass 6-ounce gloves.
Yeah, man, I have bad hands too myself, but you know what? They ain't that bad. They're not like Malinaji.
And then they put you in a little 10-foot disc. You fight that 10-foot disc where and it goes up so you can't leave. Dude,
I'd be tearing it up.
It would Coitons for somebody.
Coitons. Fatty, what do you think, bro? Would you like to see it?
My homie was a world champion in that. Yeah, Pelos. Yeah, he won the title.
Yeah, Pelos Garcia. Hey, David asked a good question.
What's that?
Do you guys think Porter versus Thurman rematch coming?
I'd give it to Thurman.
Well, I mean, I think he's asking, do you see one?
Oh, do I see one? Maybe, but I actually see Thurman going after Crawford or Spence. Whoever wins this Mikey fight. I
think if Thurman was smart and for his legacy, he would do that. He would go after those guys instead of Porter. But
Well, the thing is, I think Thurman's looking for the winner of Mikey Spence, and that's the sweepstakes right now. Whoever wins Mikey Spence is going to make more money than they've ever made.
Yeah. And taking that away from Porter, saying that, I'm just saying I think that for Thurman, people want to see him fight these other guys now.
Sergio said Ward of a guarantee of $10 million. Ward's not fighting again. Ward injured his knee again.
So let's just keep this. I've been working out a little bit, doing some cardio, but it's not out of question for me to fucking tear any ligaments in my fucking fat knees too when I'm running.
Yeah. Hi, Alicia. Rocco says Kelly, who good or bad?
Dave was a dicktard.
What'd he say?
He goes, Kelly just zoned out on BKB. He got dreamy eyed.
They pay good. They pay a lot, man.
Fuck yeah, thinking about all that.
Julian says, "Hey guys, what do you think of Maidana's comeback? Can he get back down to welterweight and still be effective?" I don't know. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what though? But he's signing with the Mayweather team. He's part of the money team, so he's training with the Mayweathers. So we'll see how it goes, man. But if it's anything, if it's indicative of any other Mayweather team, is they won't get him fights.
I'm not being mean. Hey, listen, Maidana's cool, and I like Maidana. You know, I don't know him personally that well. Met him a couple times out in California, and I know Robert trains him, and I don't know if Robert's probably going to be training him again.
I think.
But
yeah,
but my thing is this, like, and this is coming from a fighter standpoint, and I know, like, even with me, you know, and my possible comeback, I get it, but I'm not doing it if I do come back. I'm not doing it for anybody else but my own personal reason, and probably the same with Maidana. And I can honestly tell you, and I wouldn't get mad at any other fighter.
We have a call coming.
But I wouldn't care. I don't care too much anymore to see Maidana at this stage coming from as a fighter. Now he's got fans out there that would like to see it, but it don't do anything for me. And I'm sure it's probably to a lot of other fighters with my comeback, they're going to say, he's 37 years old. It does nothing for us. So that's my take on it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just being dead serious, dead honest.
Slava says, hey, guys, where you been? Well, we were off last week. The Arnold was going on in Columbus down the road, so we wanted to be part of that and stuff. And sometimes we need a day off, too. Rocco's, Kelly, you have one of the best jabs in business, and if it's that right-handed, knock out anyone. Yeah.
Thank you. Who said that?
Rocco Campana.
Thanks, Rocco. I'll send you a thank you card.
With the mushroom steak.
Yes.
So what else do we have going on? We had something else that we had announced. I forgot. Shit.
Did you tell anybody who we have calling in?
Oh, I was going to do that. Oh, we have Henry Ramirez calling in today. We're gonna have a short meeting with him, interview with him. Henry is the head trainer of Chris Arreola out of California, and Chris Arreola is actually fighting on the Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence undercard. So, you know,
take this off.
Chris has actually fought for a world, or Chris Arreola has actually fought for a world title multiple times. So we just want to get in and see what he's been up to, and kind of change it up a little. Maybe get a small interview in today with him.
I'll get that off. Cover.
Also, Danny Romero Sr. died this past week too.
Yeah. Oh, I did see something with that. Do I need to take that off? Okay, then never mind. Oh no, I didn't want out of the.
And remember, guys, we're going to be in Dallas all week, so if everybody wants to take us to dinner, we're around, right? If
yes.
anybody wants to buy us dinner, we're ready to go. What do you guys think about Gervonta being in trouble? Yeah, it's between him and the law. You know what I mean?
What happened with him?
Yeah, assault.
Same thing.
Got arrested for assault, they say.
Augustus.
No, not Gervonta Davis. You know what, though? As far, for me, a lot of fans get worried what's going on with boxers' personal lives. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. The only thing I care about is can they fight.
That's why I say put a camera on everybody else's fucking life. Chris Hardy. Alex Ariza is working with Chino. If anyone can get him in shape, it's him. Probably. True. Augustus Berg. Porter deserves a decent payday. Possibly a Pacquiao fight. Crawford or Spence. If he loses, a little layoff could do him well, and he can come back in a year or so at 154. Augustus, I don't know about that. He is almost 31 years old. I would not suggest. Father Time catches up with everybody differently.
Yeah, it does.
But I do agree that he, at this point, he's been around in the 147-pound world title and top 3 for how many years now, and I think he does deserve a big payday.
Yeah. Any thoughts of F.A. Ajaba fighting Mansour? He had an 85-inch reach. He did. Mansour should have retired. I would have liked to see him retire a few fights ago. He's lost his last 4. It's probably it was good that he retired finally. He's a nice guy. But I don't know. But hey, we're gonna be in Dallas. We're gonna be doing our pre-show, right? Which is gonna be an awesome pre-show, I think.
Oh, we got another one, Brandon. Hey, listen, Brandon. He goes, when are you guys going to do a fight companion show? It gets lonely watching boxing by myself.
We're gonna do one
soon. We actually were kind of late, but we were thinking about this past weekend.
Be doing Bivol fight, right?
Yeah,
Porter.
But probably when we get back, we're gonna see what big fight that we're not at, and we're gonna cover it.
Well, I don't think we got any plan till what, April. New York,
middle of April.
New York, April. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but we don't know what fights are before that.
I know. We just got to hit a good fight companion, see how it works out. But
I say we do anyone that's halfway decent. All these boxing degenerates watch all these fights.
Yeah, they watch more fights than we do.
Yeah, it'll be.
You know what's sad? There's dudes that never miss a fight. There's us that say, "Did you watch that fight?" Fuck no.
Or we should. You know what would be actually kind of cool?
What?
If we would be able to do it, I don't know, like an old fight, but probably not. Like replay an old fight and just watch it and do our own take on it.
You could probably put it on video or something and do it from your house.
Copyright, yeah.
Showtime was nice enough, or no, CBS. Who was nice enough to give us the
Showtime.
Oh no, but listen, we ain't gotta show it. It'll be a fight companion.
You don't gotta show it, yeah.
How are they gonna watch it?
They can just tell them what fight to look up on YouTube, and they can pull the fight. They can go on YouTube. Yeah,
that's true too.
But we give them time to.
It'll be tough. Yeah, we're just better off sticking with
the
live. Yeah, we'll just stay with the live.
Yeah, but this isn't his first assault, Slavin. I mean, this is his first assault. You know, the guys. You know what? You give a young kid like that a lot of money, and the environment he's from, people are gonna test him, and you know what I mean. It happens. I mean, I don't know. It's hard. It's not hard for me not to get involved. You know.
Damon got to go one. Eddie Hearn.
The guy though, when they do old shows, I mean, they still show.
Yeah.
Fight reruns on FS1.
Yeah.
Showtime and all whatnot too. I mean.
Yeah, we could always find out and see which one's coming on and replay.
Yeah.
They will set like a month in advance, the guys.
Damon had good. Eddie Hearn just announced he's going to sign Jermell Charlo for belts with Gigi, Canelo, and Jacobs. Thoughts on it?
Well, I think he's jumping the gun because we don't even know what's going to happen with Canelo and Jacobs yet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not viable if Jacobs loses. That fight with Charlo's not as viable. Or
he's going to sign.
Or if Canelo loses, it's not as viable.
He's going to sign Charlo. Where the fuck was he at when I was fighting, man? Jesus. This dude just gets beat. He's not really that good, and he gets signed by Eddie Hearn probably to $1 million.
Yeah.
The fuck?
It said, just hope does he end up like Jermaine. Well, Dylan White talks to ESPN. Deal could line up with Tyson Fury. Yes, he's in talks with Top Rank then. Not ESPN, but yeah, that's who covers their stuff. Top Rank silently gets it done though, don't they? They're always getting it done.
Damon says, do Chavez versus Sweet Pea Whitaker. That would be a good one to do.
That would be a good one to do.
James Burrell. KP, what's your best, funniest Bob Arum story?
Picking him up at the airport. Fall asleep.
I don't have many. Shut up. I don't have many, James. I don't. Bob Arum was kind of to himself. He didn't hang out much with any of the fighters.
He don't have time to be hanging out with. He hangs out with money, not fighters.
Yeah. You don't want to hang out with people he has to pay.
No, you don't want to hang out with poor people.
Well, I wasn't poor. After the title, that's when when you would hang out with me.
Harrison is going to outbox Charlo.
At the beginning of my career, fuck yeah. I was poor.
Harrison is going to outbox Charlo again, Kronk style. Could be. Very possible. Karen's, what's up, Esteban? Somebody did ask you, Kelly, what do you think about Joey Holt, the boxer in the MMA? I have no idea.
Who?
Joey Holt, I don't know anything about him, to be honest with you. He's a boxer in the MMA. I don't know, and I follow MMA, so.
What do you guys think about the Zone possibly signing Wilder?
Why not?
I think it'll be all right.
Why not? That's what DAZN's doing at Eddie Hearn. They're trying to take anybody else from making fights. You give them $1 billion checkbook, and you can do those kind of things.
Justin, can I have that tissue that you got there, man? I gotta blow my snout.
Yeah, the tissue that I used to fucking wipe up my mess.
He wiped jizz up with that tissue.
Probably did. He was back here
forever,
real close to the computer. No, just the hand, little piece.
Yeah, I don't.
Sinuses. Everybody would be like, "Yo, he's blowing powder out of his nose."
He's blowing that powder.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, we got Henry Maris calling in, guys. Is he on? He's still on?
Hey, Henry.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. You're on the Punchline with Kelly Pavlik and James Dominguez.
What's up, Henry?
What's going on?
For you guys who don't know and who are in the dark, Henry Ramirez is one of the best trainers in California. He's trained Josecito Lopez. He trains Chris Arreola. He's trained dozens and dozens of other champions and contenders. And we want to get with him today because he's training Chris Arreola, and they're getting ready for a fight on the Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence undercard. So how's training going?
It's going well. It's going well. You know, tomorrow's the last day of just shaking out. You know, some pad work, bag work. You know, nothing too crazy, but. And then we'll be leaving for Dallas on Tuesday morning.
We'll be seeing you out there on Thursday.
Okay, so you guys will be out there Thursday. I guess they got quite a bit planned.
Yeah, they got that.
I'm sorry?
Oh, I said they got all that media bullshit we have to go through, you know, where you have to follow each other around and ask stupid questions all day.
Yeah, there's quite a bit. There's actually quite a bit going on.
Yeah, it
should be fun.
We don't ask the questions. We just copy everybody else's answers. We're pretty remedial.
We're frowned upon.
We're frowned upon. Everybody goes these fights with laptops and these satellite phones. We go in there with our cell phone and a paper wadded up in our pocket.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was noticing Chris is looking really, really lean. What have you guys done different in this camp as opposed to some of the other ones?
Not much. You know, he's just, you know, I think a lot of it has to do with you know, like back in the day, you know, in between fights, Chris would get a lot heavier, and you know, it'd be a struggle to get him down. Whereas, you know, even the last couple times he fought before his layoff, that really wasn't the thing. You know, he walks around about 245, 250 now. So,
and he's tall
it's really
too.
not too heavy. You know, I mean, well, he just works, and wherever he settles in at, he's probably gonna be about 240, 238.
Yeah, he looked really good. So let me ask you this: how has the whole fight scene changed in California over the past 20 years? Do you think it's gotten better, or do you think it's worse?
I think it's gotten better. You know, I mean, everybody will have their opinion of, you know, fighters are this, fighters that. You know, it's funny. I always compared, you know, in any other sport, the athletes of today can compete in the eras past, but for some reason, it seems like boxing always says the fighters of today couldn't compete in the eras past. It's kind of weird.
That's bullshit.
But California as a whole, it's a busy scene here. From here on, you know, to the world class fights to club shows. I mean, it's just busy. California is very busy.
Are you still in Riverside?
Yes, sir, Riverside.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, even that area at one time was barren. Then you guys, you know, you were probably one of the first real trainers to pop up out there. And
yeah, absolutely. That we probably were. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of trainers back in the day, but I don't think, you know, there were fighters that really made it to a certain level. But now, you know, I think at my gym, I think we're working with 15 pros. You know, Garcia's gym is about maybe about 20, 25 minutes from us. But he's got, you know, he's probably got about 25, 30 guys.
Yeah, we were out there a couple weeks back.
Yeah, there's quite a few gyms out here in Riverside and the surrounding areas, and you know, there's also, you know, a couple other trainers with fighters that are starting to make a little run. So it's very populated.
Yeah.
That was another question I was going to get into, Henry. It's Kelly Pavlik, by the way. How's it going at your stable? You got any other prospects coming up, or, you know, to amateur talent?
I've got an interesting group of young kids, a lot of good young pros. You know, I keep them busy on the Thompson boxing shows, so I'm able to groom and develop some kids. I have another heavyweight who's 4-0, kid named Oscar Torres, another Mexican heavyweight. He's in sparring with Chris.
Wow.
I have another heavyweight that I've worked with off and on, Scott Alexander. He fought Charles Kaufman on about 2 weeks' notice.
Wow.
Last summer, he's been sparring with Chris. I have a 126-pound prospect named Anthony Chavez. He's 7-0. I have a 160-pounder, Marky Hernandez, who's we just lost a close fight, man. He got stopped late. We lost to Jason Rosario Fox Sports 1 card in Minneapolis a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, I remember that one.
It was a really, really good back and forth fight. I have a couple of 150-pound prospects. A kid named Leo Ruiz, who's 4-0 that I manage. I have a kid named Richard Brewer, who's 4-0 that I train and manage. I have a kid named Louis Lopez, 5-0 that I train and manage. Anthony Frank. I mean, we got a bunch of good up and coming kids.
Yeah, I mean, what keeps you involved after all these years? I know the majority of trainers, they kind of they fall off. You know what I mean? They I don't know. I think it's just something that it just can't. I mean, what keeps you motivated to keep doing this after 30 years now?
No, about 20, but you gotta love the sport, man. You got first and foremost, you gotta have a passion for the sport.
Yeah.
Obviously later on in a fighter's career, the defense side really takes a major part of it, but you gotta really have a drive to do this. Like any other profession, you gotta love it.
Yeah.
And I tell people, boxing is the same as any other sport. Everybody's gotta be all in. Trainer, manager, cut man. This is a full commitment. Yeah, the fighter's got to be the one to get in there, but you got to have a team that's also fully committed to this. This not is like, this isn't a hobby to me. This isn't my part-time gig. This is what I do. I don't do anything else. But with all that being said, I also work with an amateur program. So I think it's a big thing to some of the amateur kids that I work with that maybe see me on a TV fight.
Yeah.
And then the next week I'm with them at a local show just trying to get my amateur kids matched up.
Yeah, that's work in itself. And I was talking to Kelly and I was telling him the other day, and I said, Henry's one of those guys that kind of fly under the radar, but other trainers, they always bring your name up along with other trainers from California, always bring your name up along with theirs. You always hear the name, you always hear Robert Garcia. You'll hear Goose and Ricky Funes. You'll hear Rudy Hernandez, and then you'll hear your name as well. So to
some I guess under the radar, but man, we put our work in, and I don't really get too much into the get my name out there.
Yeah.
I'll work with the guys I work with, and like I said, we've got a busy gym, and hopefully. We'll get these kids as far as we possibly can,
Oh yeah, but if you know what you're.
Any kid,
yeah.
I tell any kid if we don't get the absolute max of your ability, and regardless of where that's at, then I've failed them.
True.
And I've told guys, look, not everybody's gonna make it to the big level. Not everybody's gonna make it to the world class level, but I'm also good with knowing that if we got the absolute max out of a kid, then I feel good with that.
True.
Yeah, Henry, are you pretty stern with your fighters too? I mean, is it kind of, is there a strict regimen that they go through, or guidelines they got to follow? Or are you like that, especially with like the amateur program, keeping some of these kids in line also outside of the ring?
Well, outside the ring, yes. We try to keep tabs on kids as much as we can possibly, with the kids I have, just because there's a lot going on. And, with the pros, obviously, I tell guys, look, I don't need you training like you're preparing for a fight in between fights. I feel like, in between fights, if a guy's in the gym 2-3 days a week just staying active, that's fine. And then when we get a date and you start getting ready for a fight, obviously, you gotta turn it up a notch. But the one thing I'll never do, and I just stand by this, I will never bullshit a fighter. Never.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's an 8-year-old amateur kid or Chris Ariello who's fighting on Saturday. I will never bullshit a guy. I'm brutally honest. Because I've seen a lot of trainers who I just want to say positivity, but to me, I think they feel fighters say, well, bullshit. Oh, you're doing this, great. You're doing that, great. Okay, well, they're never correcting anything. So this way, when I praise one of my guys, I think it's going to hold a little more value to them because they're like, damn, this guy, I must be doing it right, because I will always point out what I think they're doing wrong or what needs to be corrected.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You have a question. Hector Roman asked, did you train Abner Mares?
No, I never have.
I wasn't sure. He asked. I think I think that was Clemente Medina who trained him, right?
Yeah, Clemente Medina did. Yeah. Clemente Medina, I think he trained him a couple of times. I don't know. I think he might have worked him on two different stints.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: how do you, what are you looking for this weekend? What things are you doing with Chris that's good? That's going to be different. That fans are going to see and say, "Wow, he's a different fighter," or you know.
Well, the one thing we're definitely going to work on is, you know, Chris is going to be able to put pressure, but one of the things people don't realize, Chris has a really good jab when he wants.
Yeah, he does.
And I always think, you know, we're fighting a lefty, and, you know, the one thing every lefty knows is, you know, here comes the straight right hand to get inside. But, you know, too many fighters will neglect the jab against the lefty, and that's something we've worked really, really a lot on as far as using a jab, regardless that it's the lefty, to still work your way in behind something. Because I just feel that sometimes when Chris will just try to plow ahead, it's easier to hit. It's using a jab, you could, you know, work your way in as opposed to just kind of running in.
It's true, and even if you're using a jab against a lefty, you're still finding your range. You're getting yourself in range still, and you're still keeping him busy.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, he's still staying busy, and you're finding your range using that jab.
Right.
So
exactly, and by doing that, you're keeping the pressure. Maybe not just the pressure of being on him, but just the presence. Okay, he's still coming, little by little, still coming, a little. No, that wears on a fighter. That wears on an opponent.
It does.
You know, especially one that, like John Pierre, that we're going to fight. That's probably going to try to use movement and angles and boxing ability. You know.
Yeah. How do you see Mikey and Errol going?
Man, you know what? When I was first asked about this fight, I really, truly think this is a 50-50 fight.
I agree.
You know?
I agree with you.
You know, Mikey's timing, spacing, distance. You know, one of the things I noticed about Mikey is, you know, he never throws a punch that puts him out of position.
Yes.
He never really, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't overstep or reach for something that's not there. Everything he throws is just processed in his mind before he does it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And with that being said, Earl Spence isn't exactly some flawed welterweight. Not like Mikey fighting a big puncher at welterweight, but a guy who had these flaws. No, I mean, he's fighting a guy who's just as skilled, you know, has a great amateur pedigree. So this is going to be a hell of a fight.
Absolutely.
I agree with you. I agree 100%. And, you know, when I think
if anything crazy happens in this fight, it's going to be more towards the end.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what I think, too. That's what I think, too. But I mean, you can't give Mikey, in my opinion, enough credit. I mean, this is a guy who could easily still fight at 35 if he wanted to. And 40. He chose the best lefty, the best welterweight out there, and a lefty at that.
Well, it's crazy because, you know, you'll see some of the Facebook stuff, and they're talking about Mikey's just going to get ran over and beat up. I'm like, I don't know why you would even deduct something like he was going to get destroyed.
I don't see that.
I mean, win, Errol could very, very possibly win. Like, I agree with you, 50-50, but to say he's going to get destroyed and get ran over.
I look at it like this. I mean, you have guys like Manny Pacquiao, who's 5'5", and a lot smaller naturally than Mikey Garcia, and he was able to start his career at what?
90-something pounds, 96 pounds.
And goes high and fight guys like Oscar De La Hoya, who was a 5'10", you know, big welterweight at the time, and win fights at that weight.
Shane Mosley went from 35 to 47-1.
Miguel Cotto to middleweight. You know, Miguel Cotto was 5'6".
I think it's going to be awesome. I mean, the event is really gaining steam. It's really creating a buzz, and there's a lot of people excited about next week's event. You know,
I agree, and you know, like I said, I wish you and all your fighters the best. It's great always seeing you Facebook talking about your hatred of the Angels.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. Hey, thanks for coming on the show too, man.
We appreciate you so much.
I appreciate it, and I'll definitely come say hi to you guys when you guys get into town.
Hey, you're the big star. We'll come find you.
Yeah.
Oh man, no star, man. I just put it this way, James. I'm the same guy that I will sometimes go to a bar and grill around the corner from my house. Go there by myself, grab a beer, a steak, and then come on back home.
Yeah, but when you,
and then I'll have random people like, hey, how's it going, man? Can I ask you a couple questions about boxing? Sure, have a seat. You know what I mean?
Say you're just like everybody else, but you have choices of credit cards to use.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I appreciate your time, Henry.
You guys get in Thursday?
Yeah, we get Thursday morning.
Yep.
Okay, I'll be looking for you guys, man. Are you guys gonna be at the host hotel?
Oh, well, we have to go up to the Renaissance for some things, but we're staying at the Sheraton.
That's where it's gonna be. So.
Yeah, we'll be.
All right, then I'll definitely say hi when we catch up with you guys.
Yes,
see you guys.
yes, sir. We'll see you there, and thank you for coming on.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, Henry.
All right, guys. Thanks
Appreciate
for having me. Take care.
Anytime.
You guys flying in on Thursday then?
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning.
That was Henry Martinez, guys, or Henry Ramirez. I'm sorry, Henry Ramirez. Like I said, I don't know why everybody's Martinez right now, but no, Henry Ramirez is one of the better trainers out there. You hear about him all through the different crowds in California. You know, we got a few questions. I always notice when we get guests, fans leave because they can't go without hearing their questions answered. You know what I mean?
I know, that's crazy. I was just telling somebody. I was telling Doug Fisher about that today.
I think it's ridiculous.
We get some of the best interviews on, and
real celebrities.
Yeah,
dude. You remember when we brought Crawford on last year, and we had and the numbers started dropping off, and we had Terrence Crawford on, and Mikey too. We've had Mikey, and the numbers start dropping.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get the YouTube questions. There were some questions for him, but he called my phone, so I couldn't.
Maurice Hooker looked good last night, but he had trouble making. Maurice Hooker did not look good, Darren. He looked like shit last night.
That last question came up right as he was
yeah, he did not look good. And then I was. Did you watch the Maurice Hooker fight?
Yeah, I did.
He looked like shit. But then not just that. He said, I was 2 pounds under because I got up in the morning and I just didn't feel like working out. And I realized, I better get some working out and lose that weight. He didn't give a shit.
Yeah. Probably not for this fight, though. I don't think he had to, but still, that's not good. It's
when you're 2 pounds under and you want to, and then you want to, 2 pounds over and you want to he was just sitting instead of working. I just want to sit and watch TV instead. I was like, what the fuck?
There we go. Francisco goes, what did you guys notice in the terms of mind games between Spence and Garcia's face-to-face?
I don't think there's mind games involved in this.
No.
They're pretty straightforward.
Confident. I've seen confidence in both their faces.
I don't think it's been chippy. It hasn't been chippy. You know what I mean?
I think they both know it's the fight that they're going to go in and they got to be on top of their game.
Yeah. It was funny. Somebody asked the other day, what do you think Mikey sees that other people don't? I said, $5.8 million. That's what he sees that other people don't see.
Yeah.
That's what he sees. Let's be honest. He doesn't see anything special. He sees $5.8 million and a few little flaws.
Yep.
And Errol sees about $3.6 million. And if Mikey wins, he'll see about $8.8 million on the next one.
Yep. Hector goes, everyone in boxing will be at the fight Mikey versus Earl. It's a regular pay-per-view fight that turned into a mega fight, in my opinion.
I think it was a mega fight when it was first called.
Yeah.
They didn't put it in Dallas Cowboy Stadium by accident. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's going to be a huge fight. What do you think the attendance will be for this?
Oh, damn. I'm going to say 60,000, 68,000. They said they have 105,000 seats. 68,000, my guess is.
68,000? You're going that high?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Hey, have you seen the tickets already sold, though?
How many tickets are sold?
I don't know, but I imagine it'd be 68,000.
I secured a ticket 3 weeks ago.
Did you get a good seat?
Decent average.
Where at?
Whatever the big rating guy is, $200.
Okay. I know my friend Scott and his wife paid $800-something each for tickets. They got ringside. Right at ringside.
I hope.
2 rows back from ringside.
Yeah.
$500.
Yeah.
And then it went to 300 sold out. 200 is the first. It's the level that's not on the floor.
You know, I read.
It was. When I went to look 3 weeks ago, there was a lot. I mean, it was just the whole season.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I was
going to go between 20.
Now they don't have the whole stadium open. They only have.
They didn't get the back.
Yeah, they only have 4 tiers, I think, and that stadium goes up 6 or 7 tiers.
I'm going to say around 25.
You think so?
Between 25 and 30.
I mean, with the top tier, because as you get to the higher tiers, then you get more seats.
Oh yeah.
So they got the top 3 tiers closed off.
I think pay-per-view is going to do well on this.
That's still a lot, though. Even 25,000 for a fight.
There's a great undercard on. You see the undercard?
No, I didn't.
It's on our credential list. But I was surprised. I was kind of sweating bullets that we were going to get credential on this because they said there was a 93% disapproval rating for media. 93% of all media was because there's so many that comes out of the woodwork to get them,
But I was also thinking too that it's a bigger floor, bigger arena, so they're going to have more media space.
Yeah.
That's why I was kind of confident.
The one that they had at that Ford Bivol thing or whatever, that floor space was.
Oh yeah.
And people are still getting denied.
The last Spence fight, yeah.
But you know what I think it is? I think they deny a lot, not because of space. I think it's your media outlet or who your company is, things like that. Because if some of them don't even, well, I do. Some of these companies don't even follow boxing. But as soon as a big fight, they stick a credential in, and they get it over real boxing and combat sports outlets.
I agree. David goes, is Mikey, Usyk, Lomachenko, and Crawford the smartest, highest IQ fighters active right now? Who else would you put down?
What do you say?
Is Mikey, Usyk, Lomachenko, and Crawford the smartest, highest IQ fighters active right now? Who else would you put down?
What about Canelo?
I would actually put Canelo ahead of Lomachenko.
Yeah. And what about Virgil Ortiz Jr.?
And you guys know how I am with Lomachenko. But I think Lomachenko is a lot more skill and natural ability.
Yeah.
So much. I mean, it's too early to tell, but.
You know who else has a high boxing IQ? I think Teofimo Lopez does. I think Virgil Ortiz Jr. has a high IQ.
I think Virgil Ortiz. Teofimo, I think, is still young and does some things that wouldn't suggest highest ring IQ. But, again, he's a young fighter. And
I think Virgil does, though.
Everybody matures different. Virgil, yeah.
I think Bivol has an outstanding high boxing IQ.
Bivol, you could definitely put up there. Okay, well, you already said Canelo.
What about Tank Davis? Tank has a high IQ, boxing IQ. I think he does.
Yeah, he's another one with skills though.
Yeah,
he's had some flaws in fights, like mental lapses. I don't know, man. It's
Do you think? What about? Do you think Danny Jacobs has a high boxing IQ?
If Danny Jacobs had a high boxing, it's not. You know what? I shouldn't say that. I think Danny Jacobs does have one. I think that.
He's just more athletic.
What I talked about earlier today, I think Danny Jacobs, it almost looks like in his fights, like he's thinking about if he left the
gas on.
Fed his dog. Yeah, if he fucking paid his cable bill for the month.
Like Andre Ward used to do.
You know what I mean? Like, all that shit's going on in his head during the fight. Yeah. And until he gets knocked down or dropped.
And he's like, oh shit,
I think the best thing for him, if he has a chance in this fight with Canelo, is that he gets dropped in the 5th round and then...
Yep.
He lights fire
I think Andrade has a great IQ, boxing IQ.
Yeah.
Billy Joe Saunders is another one. There's guys out there that have a high boxing IQ.
There is, but you also got to separate
athleticism
from IQ.
You have guys that had it all though. Like Roy Jones was one of those guys that had it all. He was
because a lot of that athleticism comes off reaction.
Yes.
And instinct.
I agree.
Also, so
I would agree with that.
So.
But yeah, man. So where are we eating at? What's our first big? Every time we go to Texas, we hit something big. Is it steak or barbecue?
Listen, I got to meet on the way home that I got to make 242 for. Like, as soon as I get off the plane, I'm going to go straight to Salem.
We hit the gym, bato.
I know. So I'm going to be doing a lot of biking. There's a little workout center in the hotel, right?
Yeah, Sheraton there is. They says there's a gym.
All right.
I'll work out with you.
I mean, I'm good right now, so that's good. But I just want when I get out there, like I'm not going to be in Dallas and pass up if there's a barbecue place that, like, I'm walking past and a barbecue joint goes. I'm going to be like.
What the fuck are you weighing right now? You're worried about making 242.
I'm 238.
Then you need to bulk up then.
No, I'm going to. I'm watching right now.
Why don't you start cutting now, and then you have more room?
That's what I'm saying. I am. I've been cutting for fucking a month and a half now. Since I made the announcement.
I don't know, man. But hey, and then Kelly has a meeting, and it's just ridiculous.
Hey. No, I'm under. But when I get out there,
we go out there and
eat barbecue.
That Whataburger's in your face.
No, fuck that, dude.
In-N-Out?
I'm not eating that shit.
Shit. Hey, we ate In-N-Out in California.
See, to me, like, In-N-Out Burger is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking it.
The one in California was better, wasn't it?
But I'm not going to go out of my way to eat In-N-Out Burger or a Whataburger when I'm in Dallas.
I'll go out of my way for it.
Texas steak.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Or Texas.
Or barbecue. I'm
not even a big Texas barbecue guy. I'm more of like North Carolina and Memphis.
Dude.
In Kansas City. But
that was some good ass barbecue last time.
But barbecue is still barbecue.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have Texas barbecue.
Chris Henderson, one of the better writers in the sport, one of our writers, he helps out a lot. He kind of freelances, helps us out. Hell, anything over 40,000 is a mega success. Pacquiao and Canelo are the only one that's done better there. I remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's not much.
Well,
going
you
on.
know, and it should though, and this don't fall on. I'm not being mean when I say this, but Spence is from Dallas.
Yes.
And he's in a top 5 pound for pound.
And Mikey carries the Mexican crowd.
Yeah. So I mean,
prices are affordable. I mean, you can get into the fight for $90.
yeah.
45, right, for some seats, right?
I don't know. The cheapest I saw was $90.
Was it? I looked about a month ago. That is affordable.
But so like if it don't do numbers that Pacquiao, Canelo that they done, is it more that boxing is back at that? Is it struggling?
I think Pacquiao had a bigger fan base, and Canelo has a bigger fan base than Mikey and Spence.
I think so, but again, that's Spence's hometown, and he's in the top 5 in the world in the pound for pound
but that's not
rankings.
But that's not Pacquiao or Canelo.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So that falls back on the boxing. They're like the hometown.
Bro, Canelo fights, Mexico shuts down, man. There's no fucking crime.
I understand. I know. I understand.
And you know,
that.
did you know when there's a Pacquiao fight, there's no crime in the Philippines? Isn't that crazy?
But that's again. But what I'm going on.
I know.
It's a hometown guy.
It is. They're going to do well, but I think Mikey's going to carry a lot of the Mexican crowd, you know.
Yeah.
And then
so it should. That's what I'm saying. It should be 40. Should be 40 minimum.
They love Mikey in Texas.
But
Other than California, they love him in Texas.
Businesses are just a bunch of
But I'm just, I was seeing sometimes how boxing goes. I was seeing it at 30,000, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Because Spence, his last fight, what did they have? Did anybody ever find out that final when he fought there at the stadium?
I thought it was 14.
14,000.
14,000.
Yeah.
A little over 14. Brad said, Kelly, just curious, what are your best powerlifting numbers?
They're not that great.
Outside tailgating when they were inside at the last. There was a shit ton of people outside. There were probably 20,000 people outside.
I remember that.
Nice field set up, and everybody was just banging. They had a bunch to do.
Yeah.
We tried to get the fuck out of there too before.
Who had that?
Brad Clone.
Brad, I'm fairly new to it. I'm 360 bench, around 440, 450 deadlift. I don't mess with the squats. My knees are not that good. I actually just started doing the deadlifts. And my strict curl, which I have the records in right now, is 150.
Pretty good.
150 don't sound like a lot of weight, but try strict curling it. You'll be surprised.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Kevin? How you doing? Kevin Snyder says, hello, guys.
What's up?
No, yeah, we took last week off because the Arnold was in town, and anytime Arnold Schwarzenegger comes into town, it's a big deal, so I think we need to start covering events like that.
That was the first time that I went to, where I was inside the expo, not going in the back way. And I could probably tell you I won't be there next year unless something important happens.
No, we need to start covering events, but I'm not a big fan of the Arnold. Like I said, it's a bunch of guys that's convincing you they're not on juice trying to sell shitty supplements.
I did get some free stuff, and so you're walking side to side like this trying to squeeze through everybody.
Yeah.
And I wasn't being mean because the lady wanted a picture at her station, and they gave me
a picture of you?
Yeah, get a picture, and they gave me a free case of Celsius energy drink. I like Celsius. It was really good. But after 10 minutes of having to carry that through that crowd, I donated it.
Did you?
Yeah. I kept the can. I absolutely did. Damon, who has the most effective ring cutting feat in boxing right now?
Usyk.
A Q Box fan. That's our producer. He wants to know who the guy in the back talking. That's our producer, Justin.
Who said that?
The Q Box fan. He don't like being on camera though. So we're eventually going to get him on camera.
I know. We're waiting for we're waiting for the guy in the back to go to BJ's after us and eat. I'm fucking hungry.
I'm actually eating people at BJ's. I'm messing up at the bar.
Oh, okay. I don't want to go if you're in a meeting.
The food channel.
Oh, okay.
Paul Malonos goes, this is starting to sound like the food channel.
That's what we talk about. Okay. Oh, yeah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, it is starting to sound like a food channel.
Well, yeah, that's all we talk about. No, isn't it?
Yeah, Paul. Hey, you know what, man? We might start doing episodes about food.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we like to eat, man.
That's it.
I got no shame. I had to make 160 fucking pounds most of my life at 6'2". So I like to eat now.
Right.
I deserve it.
But yeah, we got a pretty busy 3 days.
Everybody always does shows about healthy food. We should do a show about the absolute worst foods that you
and
see
eat it
and smash it all.
Yeah, fucking
yeah.
Donuts and fucking.
This will really
Bacon lard.
Bacon lard, bacon in, bacon
And if
lard.
anybody says anything, we could just be like, we're on a keto diet.
One of those cheeseburgers with a donut on it. You know those.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Krispy Kreme cheeseburger.
Oh, that's an idea.
What?
I ate at Jerome Bettis' restaurant in Pittsburgh. I ate a deep fried burger. It was a burger. The whole thing is encrusted in deep fried. The whole fucking
Grease.
thing. Oh my god, it was fantastic. It had mayo. I mean, they put the mayo and everything and the lettuce in the deep fryer with it. You can't even see
What
it.
the
It's like
fuck?
a heart attack on a plate.
No wonder Jerome Bettis looked like he did.
Yeah.
It's like 5,700 calories.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it comes on with better tater tots.
Thanks,
Dude.
Paul, man. We appreciate you, bro.
I'll tell you what, dude.
Paul Melanos goes, love you guys. Thank you, bro.
I was watching old Anthony Bourdain episodes. I saw the one where he was in Pittsburgh, and they went to an Argentina steakhouse in Pittsburgh. Argentina is way different Brazilian. It's a bunch of steak, but they cook all these different cuts of steak different, like real barbecue roast them, and then you just eat as much as you want. You
All
don't
right,
wait
well,
for it. They spit it all out.
Since we're at the end of the show and we already beat up the boxing, Hector goes, go to Texas and can't go to Texas and not eat some of the barbecue. What is some of the best regions you guys, and if you guys watching the show got any ideas, throw them out there. What is some of your best regions for a barbecue? Shoot them out there. Tell Justin I'm from the city of England where Chokin spent his childhood. The inspiration for Middle Earth is less than a mile away from my house.
Oh, awesome.
Chris Hardy. Cool.
That's cool.
I'm going to go Kansas City barbecue.
Memphis.
I've had barbecue again. I've been to Kansas.
It's good.
Kansas is like my high.
Yeah, Memphis.
Memphis. North Carolina has that vinegar sauce I like.
Memphis is really good. I make it more of a Kansas City, my own homemade barbecue. I do mine simple. I'm ketchup, molasses, vinegar, brown sugar, mustard, and then it's more of a sweet, and then I make a spicy dry rub.
Oh, I've heard about that. That's in Austin. Salt Lake is really good. I've eaten there. I went to college there.
Mike Donovan says Charleston, South Carolina. Paul says Kansas City. Thank you, Paul.
Hey, we had good.
Carolina.
We had good barbecue in Dallas that one time, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Over by the Dallas Star Stadium, over Jerry World. We need to go back to that one.
Damon Martinez is about to get banned from.
What did he say?
He said Florida has amazing barbecue. Probably because they took it from everybody else.
He spelled Cuban sandwiches wrong.
The food companion.
Thank you, Amber. The food companion.
Brandon said food companion.
We're both cutting weight. That's the problem. We're hungry.
Kelly, who would you favor if Mikey beats Spence? Mikey or Crawford? Damn you, Ahmed. Can't answer that, bro.
I'm going to say this. Crawford's the best fighter in the world. And I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, because that's just pushing him. But Crawford's a different style. Styles make fights. But Mikey at 135 or 140, I don't see nobody beating him at those now. I don't.
It's funny because I actually thought the kid last night, the one that fought, would give him trouble. Mikey would have walked right through that fucking kid at 140.
Yeah.
The one that fought last night.
Yeah.
Mikey beats Spence. Mikey's shit.
You're getting you a shirt, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know what?
I'll get you. You're going to go meet him with us, right?
Yeah.
I'll take you with us. You can go up there
Kelly
and talk to him.
David says Kelly going to have swamp ass in Texas. Why the fuck am I going to have swamp ass, David? What are you talking about? You funny Bill.
Yeah, we'll go up to him and we'll go up and get set up like we did last time. We went and hung out.
David going to sit there and try to talk shit. I'm going to have swamp ass. You got a fupa.
Chris Henderson, I totally agree with James. Bud is the best in the world.
David forgets I seen him. I seen him in public.
Oh man.
Chris Hardy says Americana is going to shock the world.
You know what? I want to say something. I don't know, but you know what? I like Amir Khan, and I think it's going to be a harder fight than people think. But I don't see him beating Crawford. I see it being a rough fight, and I like Amir Khan, and it's possible. But Crawford just can do everything well. Would you rather have a guy that does two things well, or would you have a guy that does two things great and then have another guy that does everything well?
It's hard to say it that way because now Crawford is definitely is a good settled into that weight division by fighting two big welterweights, and his style, which is different than Spence, it would be hard to pick that fight. I mean, Crawford again over a period of time, just really being realistic and breaking it down. Crawford to me is 1 or 2 pound for pound best fighter in the world.
Well, I had a big argument with one of my buddies, Oliver Studd, the other day. He was telling me that Errol Spence beats the shit out of Crawford. I was like, the fuck? And then he said that Errol Spence's resume is better than Crawford's. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
All right, we're going to wrap up real quick. I want to get Kelly, why didn't the fights with Paul Williams or Sergio Mora happen? That's a hell of a question. That came down to promoters negotiating. The Mora fight never was realistic, and that didn't fall on me or my promoters. That I believe in. I like Sergio Mora. Believe me, he's a cool dude.
We've talked to him, met him.
Yeah, I met him. I got nothing but respect for Sergio Mora, but we wanted that fight.
David Titano. I think that was an easy fight.
I wanted that fight. We wanted that fight when he won the contender. I lost weight. I don't look like that no more. All right, Dave. I'm just saying, homie. But you still don't look as good as me, though. Right? Tell him. You don't.
Or me.
Sexy. Yeah, or James. Americans, yeah, they keep saying he's going to shock. You guys have any advice for first time amateur on how to deal with?
With what?
Yeah, this is how to deal with.
Get in great shape.
That's it.
That's it.
Throw a lot of punches.
Get in great shape and throw lots of punches. And if you can do that, if you can maintain a big high punch volume, you have like more than a 90% chance of winning if you can stay on your feet. Because that's what they go on, scoring punches.
Ahmed says, I got Crawford pound for pound. Not sure, though, if he beats Spence. I mean, hey, it's one of the fights, but I would have to favor Crawford now on that.
I would, too.
I think Crawford versus Spence looks just like Crawford versus Horn. I'm not sold on Spence.
I'm sold on Spence.
I'm sold on Spence at 147.
I'm sold on Spence. Spence is a bad man.
He is.
But I'm also sold on Crawford at 147.
And that's when we're saying Crawford over Spence, that's not taking nothing away from Spence.
No.
Spence is a bad dude and dangerous.
And like I said, and that's why I have Mikey and Spence at a 50-50 fight. I don't have a clear winner in this fight. And just because, do I take the guy that's young, powerful, a great body puncher, or do I take the guy with the great boxing IQ and the great distance and timing? Or which one's going to overpower which? That's what makes this fight so intriguing.
Absolutely.
Sergio says, you're looking lighter, Kelly. And David Titano says, what's up, fellas?
What did Sergio say?
Sergio said, you're looking lighter, Kelly.
Thanks, Sergio. Still
Frank,
got the guns, though. Don't let that shit fool you.
Frank said, how'd you guys score Porter Ugas?
You want to touch that, Justin? You want that? Triceptosaurus Rex. It's Jurassically big.
Hey, Kelly, Frank said, how'd you score Porter Ugas? I had it 115, 113.
I had 115, 114.
Stop, Juan. Let me tell you what. A lot of guys, they use the fucking robbery. You guys use the robbery too. It's crazy. That is not a fucking robbery in the sport. You guys use that constantly. It was a robbery. No, it wasn't. Pacquiao Bradley was a fucking robbery.
Oh.
That's a robbery. That term gets thrown around so loosely. If it's 1 point difference, it's not a robbery.
I didn't hear. You going on a?
He said.
Ugas got robbed.
Ugas got robbed. I said, cut the shit,
there was
man.
Absolutely not. I had it for Porter, but I could see if you guys said you guys won.
I could too.
I could. I mean, I'm not saying that.
If they had 15, 13, 16, 12 for Ugas, I wouldn't complain or even a draw. But to say that Ugas got robbed, that's not a fucking robbery.
Yep. Floyd to sign for the zone for the Canelo rematch if he gets past Danny.
Juan said it was close, but Porter didn't win. Well, that's why there's opinion. That's why it's boxing.
Yeah. But you guys, you're throwing that robbery around very loosely now.
Frank said I had a 7-5 for Porter. That's 115, 113. Frank, isn't it? 7-5. 7-5 is 115, 113.
Hector, Spence is the truth. Oh, nothing saying that he ain't. But,
no. David says Spence is too big. Yeah, because obviously no one's ever moved up from 35 and been successful. Not like Manny Pacquiao or Shane Mosley or Roberto Duran or even Floyd Mayweather. No one's moved to 35 up to 47 and won, have they?
Who y'all got? Spence versus Horn.
Donovan says, Facebook keeps disabling my blocking abilities because I keep blocking people that say robbery or ducking in boxing groups.
All right, James, I'm going to answer that question.
I don't
Spence. I didn't really want to even answer that, but Spence versus Horn.
Stop.
That's the pro PBC all black everything crew. Dan Martinez. Damon, knock it off. Paul says, I thought Porter looked confused. I mean, it was a tough fight for Porter. He may have looked confused.
He was a strong kid. Ugas is strong, physically strong, and he has skills. I mean,
but I thought Porter, fought through it, and I thought he did enough to win the fight. He threw more punches. Again, I think Ugas lost that fight for himself.
Here's one for you, Kelly, because if I answer this, they don't listen. They don't take me seriously. If you answer it, it's different. Do you think the ref missed a knockdown with Porter went down?
No, it was a clear slip. Shitload of water in the corner. And you can see his back foot went out, not from being wobbled or buckled. It went out from slipping onto water. The punch hit his glove. Now, can you make an argument that he got hit or a punch hit his hand and he went down? If you want to be that petty, yeah, but you could clearly see it was a slip.
You know what? If it was any other ref, I would say, yeah, but Jack Reese is the best in the business, man. He don't make a lot of mistakes. So, and
it wasn't a knockdown.
No. How do you guys see Bivol Kovalev playing out? Kovalev on his back?
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see that fight. I think Bivol's going to 68, so you have a better chance to see David Benavidez and Bivol.
It's still one of the fights with Kovalev that Kovalev's dangerous, man. He can fight. I'm not just talking about power.
No, but
he stays in fights.
My thing is this: Kovalev's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You don't know who's coming to the ring.
It's a lot more dangerous of a fight than it was for Bivol than Joe Smith was. Put it that way.
Yeah. David says every Porter fight's close. Save the fight with Paulie. How long will Porter be welterweight? As long as his body can keep doing it.
I don't think it's going to be long.
No,
I don't think that fight had anything to do with his training.
No. Porter's a guy that turned pro at 165. Yeah. He was a football player. He walks around about 180. He's a big fucking guy, man. He was 185 as a running back. It was an illegal punch, Chris Henderson said. Yep, and that's the same punch also, too, that Smith hit, that Bivol was hit, and they said he was hurt. Well, he got hit after the fucking bell. Yep.
Porter is the weakest champ. He needs to go for the bag guys. He will not be champ for long. Heck, I don't know about that, bro. He's been in the top at the welterweight division for how many years now?
Yeah. His only losses were to Danny Garcia or Garcia Thurman, right?
Yeah, and really good fights. That Thurman fight was a really close fight. I don't know how you can say. I mean, the Porter style will make it be a tough fight for anybody. Yep. And I'm going to tell you this: he will even make it a dog fight for a good amount of time against a Spence or a Crawford. Do I think he beats some guys? No, not right now. But he makes it. Porter definitely belongs in the top with the 147
style makes fights.
Yep, exactly. And that's why he's been there.
I'll tell you one thing. I wouldn't want to put Mikey in there with Porter because of the style.
The style.
He would maul you. You know what I mean?
Yep. So, I mean, that's the whole thing.
Even Porter knew he lost. If you look at the reaction of the fight, look at his hands, and Porter looked all down. I guess.
It was a bad fight.
He said he knew he lost. That's crazy how that is so awesome that these fans, they know what's going on in these fighters' heads. Like,
but even in a tough fight that you do win, I mean, if you're down on your performance, you're down on your performance. It was not a great one of Sean Porter's best performances, but so what? That shit happens. He couldn't call timeout and sub somebody in for him.
You ever have a bad fight, Kelly, you felt bad about?
No.
No, I'm saying, yeah. Do you ever just say, fuck this shit? It's a bad night, right?
It's just, it is what it is. But
I don't know, man. I think people they get too deep into the whole fighters' mental stability, their emotions, and all this. Yeah. Dude, at the end of the day, it's either they won or lost, man.
Okay, we're gonna get these 2 questions, and then we are gonna call it a night. First of all, thank you, Michael Donahue. He goes, I love the show. Can't wait till it catches on and the viewer numbers explode. Appreciate it. Share, man. Share this page and let everybody know. That'll help. Emilio X, who is the best puncher in boxing right now? And what does he do best to generate the power?
Well, pound for pound? Or?
Well, you could put Ortiz.
Wilder.
Heavyweight. Wilder. And that all comes down to leverage and torque.
Triple G. Still?
Yes.
Canelo. Errol Spence.
I was just going to say Spence.
Mikey Garcia. He's a big puncher. Let's keep. I mean, there's one almost in every weight class.
But any hard puncher, and you can take
Bivol?
Different styles. Okay, take Mike Tyson, who wasn't a long arm puncher, but how he generated from the hips and his legs the power and the torque. You take a guy like Wilder, who's tall, long, and lean, and how he generates that right hand and how he turns it over and snaps it.
Yeah.
It all comes from the torque and the power from the hips.
Yep. Juan says, I like Porter, just calling it how it is. Well, I mean, you can say that the fight was good, that he lost, but you can't speak to what was going on in the man's mind. You're not there. So, I mean, you can't speak to what he was thinking, or you can speak on your opinion on what you think he may have been thinking, but I don't know. I don't think Porter got off and say, man, I lost that fight, and I'm gonna call Juan and let him know right now that I lost that fight.
But all right, guys. Well, great show tonight. Thanks.
Anyway is another one. So we put anyway. Yes, for sure.
Oh, absolutely, especially for his weight. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. Share,
like,
and ring that bell.
Subscribe.
Mainly subscribe.
Mainly subscribe, yeah.
And share.
But yeah, ring that bell. Hey, and look, guys, if you're in Dallas that weekend and you guys want to, we will be doing a pre-show. We'll give you guys some information on that, and you guys can meet up with Kelly and maybe get something signed and stuff like that.
Yep, absolutely. Go to our.
Buy Justin a drink, you get a Kelly Babbitt autograph.
And that's true.
And buy Justin a drink,
and you'll get an autograph.
And you get Justin's autograph. And if you're a woman, come see me and you'll get an autograph.
Yeah. So
Thank
tune
you,
in and go out there, share and subscribe, people. Thanks again for everything.
Thank you. And if anything,
we will post where what time and everything else for the pre-fight.
Where the event's going to be.
Yeah, and the pre-fight.
If you guys buy lunch, we'll have lunch with you too.
It's probably going to be around 4:00 on Friday
after the weigh-ins,
or Saturday.
No, Friday after the weigh-ins.
Weigh-ins, but we're also going to do a pre-fight, right? No.
Yeah, no, I thought we were just doing that was our pre-fight. Were we? We're doing two. Okay,
yeah,
we're doing Friday and Saturday.
We'll let you know how the weigh-in goes and everything else, and what we thought, how they looked at the weigh-in, and then of course Saturday will be the pre-fight. Our thoughts from everything that we took in from the 2 days that we've been there.
Sounds good.
Does that sound cool, guys?
And hey, if you guys have any questions or you guys want to talk about anything, you can go to the Punchline inbox and get that go to the Punchline inbox. Let us know what you want to talk about or what topics. Hey, I can barely write my own name. It is rare. Juan says, wouldn't Pavlik make it a comeback? Kelly?
Stay tuned to the Punchline. You'll find out.
Stay tuned. You'll find out. All right, guys. And we'll see you guys next Thursday, right? Thursday.
Yep, Thursday.
What? This Thursday. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I thought it was Friday after the weigh-ins.
Yeah, right.
Friday and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Sorry, guys. This is all on the whim right now. And I had a nice little layout of what was going on.
I ruined it.
On the last second of my head. And James just comes and throws fucking Thursday in there.
Sorry, not Thursday. We're going to be...
Friday after the weigh-in. And we're going to let you know what goes on with the weigh-in, how they looked. Saturday, we're going to give you our idea on the fight.
Maybe we'll have an interview with Mikey on the fly.
Yeah, so just tune in.
We're going to have
you'll never know what we're going to have unless you're there.
We're going to get some fighter interviews for this, Robert and Mikey, right? Yep. All right, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right.